collected. If you collect information and compile them together, it's called data. So we have two types of data. That one gives us two types of data. We have two types of data. We say data is any information collected, or is the information collected. Any information collected is called data. We have two types of data. The first one we are calling it discrete data. The first one is called discrete data. This one is called discrete data. Sometimes we call it ungrouped. We have discrete data or ungrouped data. So discrete data or ungrouped data, we said if you collect information or any information collected is what we are calling data. Now, we have two types of data. One is discrete data and the other one is, the first one is discrete data, which is called ungrouped data. Here, the information which is collected by counting, and they take an interval, but do not lie within a given range. What am I meaning here? That if you are collecting, maybe counting the number of students in a school who are having 16 years, or who are 16 years old, you count that specific number, but with only 16 years, not saying that let me take from 15 to 17, that this one will be between those one, between 15 to 17. Here we take the specific number. If you are counting those one is 16 years, it must be 16. If you are taking 16 years, it must be 16. So this one brings us to the definition, which is called data is information. Discrete data or ungrouped data is the information collected by counting. Discrete data is the information collected by counting, and it usually takes integral values. But it does not lie within a given range. But it does not lie within a given range. So say if you are counting here, if you are collecting the information, and you are collecting information for specific number of people. Let us say you want to collect information from 100 students, but you are collecting for only those one with 16 years. You take only those one with 16 years. You don't group them that let me start from 15 to 17. That in grouping them or in giving this range, I can easily get the number of people with 16 years. No, you don't group them. You just take those one with 16 years. Whoever says it's 15 and below or 17 and above, that one is out. We need only 16. That's what we are calling discrete data or ungrouped data. So the second one is called continuous data. This one sometimes you call it grouped data. Actually, we have even finished explaining grouped data. Here now, if you want, you may say, I need to get students with 17, 18 years. So you start. As you are counting, you say, I'm counting the number of students who are having years ranging from 16 to 18. Implying there, you include students with 16, you include students with 17, and then you include students with 18. That's the range which you are going to use. So that range is what we are calling, or the information collected within that range is what we are calling grouped data. So grouped data, just here from definition, shall say, is the information that takes a given, that takes values or interval values and lie within a given range. And it lies within a given range. So those are the two types of data which are built up under statistics or under descriptive statistics. We said the first one is discrete data and the second one is continuous data. We said the discrete sometimes is called ungrouped data, and then continuous is called grouped data. So that's where we shall focus most. We shall start with the first one, which is called discrete data. So we shall start with what we are calling discrete data. We shall start with what we are calling discrete data. So we shall look at number of things under discrete data. Now, what happened to that information you have collected? If you get the number of students in senior 5 is 16 years, after you have noted their number, what happened with that information collected or that data you have received? Now that's where we are going to interpreting and analyzing of data. So in discrete data, we shall first look at measurements of central tendency or measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency. Measure of central tendency. Measure of central tendency. Measure of central tendency is called this. If you are measuring the central tendency, that you have values 1 to 10. Now, the measures of central tendency, we have said these are the values of the distribution that enable you to locate or to locate the central value of that information you have collected. The values, these are measurements of distribution. These are values of the distribution that enable you to locate the central value. That if you have 1 to 10, what is the central value? If you have the central or the middle value, how do you call that one? If you have the highest value, how do you call that one? If you have the number which has appeared most, how do you call that one? That's what we shall be looking at in this measure of central tendency. Now the first one which we will look at here, it is mean. The second one, median, and the last one we are going to look at what we are calling median and mode. So measure of central tendency, these are the values of the distribution that tend to locate the central values. That tend to locate the central values, and this include one, we have mean, we have mean, we have model mark, or model values. It is all the same, or we can call it as mode, which is the model mark. Let us call it mode. And we have what we are calling median. So these are the 3 values we shall be looking at, and we are going to be looking at one at a time. These are the values which we are going to use to locate the central tendency of any information collected. To locate the central tendency of any information collected. So let us start with mean. So we are at measurements of sample tendencies. So we are at measure of sample tendency. The first one said is mean. The first one we are saying is mean. Mean is denoted by mean. Here we are saying if you have values 1 to 4 or values 1, 2, 3, 4, mean is the same as average. Average means that after adding the all numbers you divide by 2. So I divide by the numbers of items which are there. Means it's denoted by so whenever you see this one, it shall be meaning mean.